Okay friends, good evening. Welcome to my channel B.M.Belagali's classes. It is a second day. Yesterday itself I started with the first, that is chapter inverse trigonometric functions. About its definition, explained in detail. That too, I made one point clear. What is that point? This restriction to the domain, mainly domain, not with the range, restriction to the domain. Why it is only between minus pi by 2 to plus pi 2 is explained. Still that yesterday's figure is here in the side. Explained with 3 values. These 2 values are useless. Only one value useful is 30 degrees, that is between minus 90 to plus 90. Why it is useful? For this value, the function sin x becomes 1, 1. For the inverse of any function, whether it is a trigonometric function or algebraic function, the function must be 1, 1 and on 2. For a trigonometric function, with all these many-one function, all trigonometric functions are many-one functions. To make it 1, 1 function, we have to restrict the values of this angle. So here, to make it sin x 1, 1, what is the restriction of value of angle? Is only 30 degrees. That 30 degrees is between minus 90 and plus 90. Why minus 90? If it is minus half at that time, the angle will be minus 30. Therefore, we are taking the domain of the sin x as what? Minus 90 to plus 90. Domain of the sin x is minus 90 to plus 90. Corresponding values minus 1 to plus 1. It is nothing but the range of what? This sin x. My friends, yesterday in detail, by taking what more time, explained about what? The domain and range. My friends, yesterday itself I finished what? The definition of what is sin inverse x. What is the definition? If x equal to sin theta, under this condition for the theta is between minus 90 to plus 90, condition for this x is the x must be between minus 1 plus 1. If these two applies, they are inside the values, then this x equal to sin theta can be written as sin inverse x equal to theta. We define like that. What is it? This sign can be taken to this side. That sin inverse, symbolically we write it as what? Sin inverse x. This sin inverse x is a inverse of a sin x. It is a symbol for inverse of a sin x. Therefore, my friends, if x is sin theta, under this condition, sin inverse x is theta. This, what is it? Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is called as the domain now here. This is the domain of sin theta, but here this minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, it becomes the domain of this sin inverse x. This is the range of this sin inverse x, my friends. With the help of this definition, you know the value. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. 30 is between what? Minus 90 plus 90. 1 by 2 is also what? Between minus 1 and plus 1. Therefore, sin 30 equal to 1 by 2 can be written as, sin can be taken to that side, sin inverse half is 30 degrees. Therefore, my friends, this sin inverse is an angle theta, whose sine is x. Here, 30, this sin inverse 1 by 2 is an angle 30 degrees, whose sine is half. On the same basis, my friends, you can write, you know it, sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Therefore, sin inverse 1 by root 2 is 45 degrees. Then, my friends, you can write directly sin inverse 1 by root 2. What is this RHS? It is the angle whose sine is 1 by root 2. Similarly, what is sin inverse root 3 by 2? It is an angle whose sine is root 3 by 2. Then what is that angle? 60 degrees. Like that, sin inverse 1. What is sin inverse 1? It is 90 degrees. Why? Sin 90 is 1. Like that, sin inverse 0 is 0. Why? My friend, sin 0 is a 0. Sin inverse 0 is also a 0. Yes, my friends. It is related with sine inverse x. Like this, the other inverse trigonometric functions are: inverse of cos is denoted as cos inverse x. Similarly, inverse of tan inverse x. Next, cosec inverse x, sec inverse x, cot inverse x. All these are the remaining inverse trigonometric functions. Similarly, I take the second definition, that is definition of a cos inverse x. Yes, my friends, this is second definition of cos inverse x. Yes, my friend, same on the same lines. Let cos theta equal to x, where we have to write the limitations of this. First for the angle of x, this x is between -1 less or equal to x less or equal to +1. What about theta? For this theta is 0 is less or equal to theta is less or equal to 5. My friends, here this x must be between -1 +1 and this theta must be between 0 and 180 degrees. If it is so, then we define yes, you can take what this cos inverse this side, theta equal to cos inverse x, or the same thing you can write it as what, cos inverse x equal to theta. Yes, my friends, same. What is it? Therefore, cos inverse x is an angle theta whose cos is x. Cos inverse x is an angle theta whose cos of that angle is x. Is it clear? Under this condition, what is that? X must take the values between -1 +1, whereas theta should take the values between 0 and pi. This is about cos inverse x. By making use of this definition, my friends, see. Yes, we know that cos 60 means I write in terms of radians. Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. What is pi by 3? It is an angle between 0 to pi. What about 1 by 2? It is a number between -1 and +1. Then you can use a definition. If cos theta equal to x, then this cos you can take this side. Then it becomes what? Therefore, cos inverse 1 by 2, this is angle, is pi by 3. Similarly, we can take what? Another one. Cos inverse 0, what is it? 1. Sorry, cos 0 is 1. Therefore, what is cos inverse 1? Is 0. Therefore, cos inverse 1 is 0 degrees. Similarly, even we can write directly, my friends. What is this? Cos inverse 1 by √2. You have to write what? Corresponding angle 1 by √2 corresponds to what? Cos 45. Then what is cos inverse 1 by √2? It is an angle pi by 4 radians, 45 degrees. Similarly, we can write what? Cos inverse √3 by 2. Tell friends, what is cos inverse √3 by 2? It is an angle corresponding to √3 by 2. What is it? Cos 60 is √3 by 2. Then what is cos inverse √3 by 2? It is 60 degrees. No, 30 degrees. 30 degrees. 30 degrees can be written in terms of radians as what? Pi by 6. Not 60, it is 30. So cos inverse √3 by 2 is what? 30 degrees. That is pi by 6. Like this, You can write even cos 90 is 0. What is cos inverse 0? 90 degrees, pi by 2. Like this we can write. What is this? It is a definition of cos inverse x. Definition of cos inverse x. What is its domain and range? What is its domain and range? For this, between minus 1 to plus 1 is known as the domain of cos inverse x, and this is known as the range of sin inverse x. Range of sin inverse x. Okay. About the tan inverse x. This I write in detail like this. Third one is definition of tan inverse x. Definition of tan inverse x. Yes, friends, same lines. What is it? Let tan theta equal to x. Under the condition where? What are the condition? Tell. You have to write first x. What are the x? Either x belongs to R. Where x belongs to R. R means what? Set of real numbers. Otherwise, the same thing you can mention. X belongs to the open interval minus infinity to plus infinity. You can write like this. Even you can write what? Minus infinite less or equal to x less or equal to plus infinite. Not equality. Strictly less. Yes, friends. Let tan theta equal to x, where you can write any one. X belongs to what? The set of real numbers. Otherwise, you can write x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinite, or you can write the third symbol is minus infinite less than x less than plus infinite. And what about the angle? Minus pi by 2 less than theta less than pi by 2. Open interval. Or this you can write theta belongs to the open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Anything you can write, either the above, otherwise the downfall. Yes, my friends. Let tan theta equal to x, where x, you write any one, not all the three, any one, and any one among the two, either this way or this way. Then we define theta equal to tan inverse x. Theta equal to tan inverse x. Yes, my friends. If tan theta is x, under the condition where x takes all the values between minus infinity to plus infinite, or theta can take all the values between minus 90 plus 90, then we take tan to this side, that tan becomes tan inverse. Then what is this? It is the inverse of tan x. Inverse of tan x. Tan inverse x. Yes, my friends. It is the definition of what? Tan inverse x. Now you can take what? Some 2 or 3 examples. My friends, as you know, tan 45 degrees is 1. You know, tan 45 degrees. Or tan pi by 4 is 1. Yes. Friend, can you use the definition? Yes. Why? Angle between minus 90 plus 90. Number between minus infinity to plus infinity. Then, what is tan inverse 1? Therefore, tan inverse 1 is an angle pi by 4. Yes, my friends. Similarly, you can write direct, not the help of this. Now, tan inverse root 3. What is it, my friend? It is an angle whose tan is root 3. What is tan? Root 3 means 60 degrees. So, 60 means pi by 3. Like this, tan inverse 1 by root 3. Corresponding angle is 30 degrees. Pi by 6. Like this, even you can write what? Tan inverse infinite. What is it? Pi by 2. Pi tell. Tan 90 is undefined. Tan 90 is undefined. Like this, even tan inverse 0. Each. Like this, my friends. Sin inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse. These are the main. About what? Sec inverse, cosec inverse, same lines. What is that? Xerox. If tan theta is x, under the condition we write. If cos theta is x, under this condition we write theta is cos inverse x. Same. Again sec theta equal to x, under the condition theta is sec inverse x. Instead of writing repeatedly the same, just I will go with what? Inverse trigonometric functions. First their domain, then their range. All these are very important table it is, because even for the main exam they give under 1 mark question. I will give with the question papers also. Even once, man, 2017 or 2019, one example is appeared. Just the inverse of sec inverse x is dash dash. Okay, like that. Now I give that table showing domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions. Yes, my friends, it is domain and range. This range is also called by another name. It is principal value. It is principal value branch. It is another name for what? Range. Principal value branch of inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. ITF. Yes, my friends. First column, ITF, inverse trigonometric functions. ITF, inverse trigonometric functions. Next is its domain. Next is range or principal value branch. I write in brief, my friends. PVP. Yes. First one. Sin inverse x. Its domain for x, the values of x, my friends, is the domain. It is -1 plus 1. -1 less or equal to x, less or equal to plus 1. Same thing we write it as what? X belongs to the closed interval -1 to plus 1. You mention anyone among the two. Either in this way, otherwise x belongs to the closed interval -1 to plus 1. Its range, value of theta it is here. If you take here y, my friends, I will mention here, instead of theta you take y, or if you take theta, anything. In this case, for this y, or anyway I have taken, my friends, theta, take theta only. Theta. Yes. Theta belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, closed interval. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, or minus pi by 2 less or equal to theta, less or equal to plus pi by 2. My friends, it is connected with sin inverse x. Second is theta equal to cos inverse x. Theta is cos inverse x. Another, in some books it is mentioned instead of theta it is y. Tell my friend, domain is same. I write 1 now. -1 less or equal to x less or equal to plus 1. Alternative is here. And for theta theta belongs to the closed interval 0 to pi. 0 to pi. This is for what? Cos inverse x. Alternatives are there above. Friend, theta is tan inverse x. This is third one. Tan inverse x. For domain, this x belongs to the set of real numbers. Normally instead of r, they write slightly dancing or fancy r. Fancy r. This fancy r is nothing but set of real numbers. X belongs to the open interval minus infinity to plus infinity. You can write any one among the two. Then this range is theta belongs to, say, it is an open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. My friends, this is for tan inverse x. Next is cosec inverse x. Cosec inverse x. For this man, the domain is x belongs to, yes my friend, open interval, minus infinite, comma, minus 1, closed interval, union, closed, 1 to infinite. Here it is open. What is this? This is the domain of cosec inverse x. Domain of cosec inverse x. And range, that range is theta. Same, it is closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. My friends, here one value exception in the interval. What is that interval? It is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Not all values except one value here. That except one value is 0. Why tell my friends? At x equal to 0. At x equal to 0. You know the value of cosec 0. What is cosec 0? Infinity. Pi. Sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. What is cosec 0? 1 by sin 0. 1 by 0 is undefined. Therefore, except what? This 0. In this interval, except this 0. It is defined. It is defined for all this. This is the range of what? Cosec inverse x. The same thing you can write or this x belongs to, yes my friend, what is it? Open interval minus infinity to plus infinite, minus. This is closed, see here. It is again open, minus 1 to plus 1. Why? Closed values are here, minus 1 and plus 1. Ends are not there, except ends. What is the remaining? Open interval minus 1 to plus 1. Either you can write in this way. What is it? Minus infinity to minus 1, closed, semi-open, semi-closed, union, semi-closed, semi-open, 1 to infinite. Or the same thing you can write, minus infinity to plus infinite, except this open interval, minus 1 to plus 1. In the remaining, x is defined. Yes, this is the domain of cosec inverse, and this is the range of cosec inverse. Next is sec inverse. Next is sec inverse x. Yes, my friend, same. Domain is same. What about the range? Range is theta belongs to closed interval 0 to pi except one value. Tell my friends. Where the sec is undefined. My friends, you know cos 90. What is cos 90? 0. What is sec 90? 1 by cos 90. What is 1 by cos 90? 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is undefined. Therefore, all values between 0 to pi except pi by 2. Except pi by 2. This is about sec inverse. Next, what about the cot inverse? Yes, my friend, same. X belongs to R. X belongs to R. Otherwise, X is between minus infinity to plus infinity, open interval. This is the domain of cot inverse X. And range is theta belongs to the closed interval 0 to pi. Closed interval 0 to pi. I think it is not closed interval. This is open interval. Open interval 0 to pi. Yes, friends, I read once again. This first column, inverse trigonometric functions, ITF. Second column, it stands for the domain. Third, range. Otherwise, another principal value branch. The alternative name for this range. First is sin inverse X. You may write its domain either in this way, otherwise in this way. Is it correct? This is for the range. Theta belongs to closed interval minus 90 to plus 90. Then this is for the cos inverse X. Same. Between closed interval minus 1 to plus 1. This is range, closed interval 0 to pi. Yes, for tan inverse X, entire set of real numbers. Otherwise, the same set we write it as what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. This is principal value range. Theta belongs to open interval minus 90 to plus 90. Cosec inverse. Yes, minus infinity to minus 1. Here it is closed. Union 1 to infinity means what? In between, except all values between minus 1 and plus 1 here. All values between minus 1 and plus 1. Ends with minus 1, starts with plus 1, in between values except. So the same thing you can write in another way. Minus infinity to plus infinity minus this open interval minus 1 to plus 1. It's the same as even for what? Sec inverse X. What about here? It is minus 90 to plus 90, same as this, except one value. For the sec inverse, same as cos inverse, except 90, because at 90, sec inverse 90 is undefined. Because of that, accept it. This is for the cot inverse. For the cot inverse, entire set of real numbers. And this is the open interval 0 to pi. My friends, these are domain and range of all these 6 inverse trigonometric functions. My friends, under 1 mark, especially when this CBSE introduced 2014, like 2-3 years continuously, anyone among 1 mark question. Write the range of what? Sec inverse X. Write the range of cos inverse X. Write the domain of sin inverse X. Like this 1 mark questions. Normally, even it is for the main exam. Even my friends, I think 2019, otherwise 2017, the range of the sec inverse is appeared. Yes, my friends, range of sec inverse is appeared. This range of sec inverse is appeared even for CET. Sec inverse is appeared, my friends. It is 0 to pi minus pi by 2. This is appeared in CET 2019 may be correct, otherwise 2017, very latest 2017 or 19. Otherwise, these they have given for what? Main exam. This is the theory part, my friends, connected with all 6 definitions, their domain, their range. Even for the main exam, even for the CET, you must make it ready. You must by heart, or you must repeatedly writing. You must make it thorough, my friends. Now I do the examples. I do the example. My friends, this is appeared in March 2014. Write the domain of cos inverse x. What is the domain of cos inverse x? Is, see my friends, what is the domain of cos inverse x? Either we can write in the form of closed interval, otherwise this inequality notation. Yes, is closed interval -1 to +1. This is appeared in 2014. My friends, the next is, it is appeared in March 2016. 2016. Yes. Write the range of sin inverse x. Write the range of sin inverse x. Yes, my friend. What is the range of sin inverse x? Is, tell my friend, what is the range of sin inverse x? First, it is -π/2 to +π/2. Is closed interval -π/2 to +π/2. Third example. That third example is appeared J. My friends, tell what is J stands. Supplementary exam, July 2016. Yes. Write the domain of sin inverse x. For this range here, it is write the domain of sin inverse x. Yes, my friends, tell what is the domain. For sin inverses, it is between -1 and +1. Next, my friends, very latest is what? This year, it is 2020, March, this year, 2020. Yes, my friends, write principal value branch of sec inverse x. 1 minute. Write the domain, not principal value, domain of sec inverse x. Domain of sec inverse x. Tell my friend, what is it here? The domain of sec inverse x is same. Either you can write in this form, otherwise in this form. It depends on you. What is the required domain? Is, yes, it is -infinity to +infinite, open interval, minus open interval -1 to +1. You can prefer writing the down, otherwise above. This is appeared very fresh this year, my friends. Like this, there are two examples in the model question papers. You can write yourselves. You can write yourselves. They are the model question papers given by PUC board. Given by PUC board. One is, it is an example from the model question paper. Model question paper. This is, write the principal value branch. Principal value branch of, my friend, cosec inverse x. Cosec inverse x. What is it? For the cosec inverse x, the principal value branch is this. It is closed interval -90 to +90 minus singleton 0, except this. It is model question paper. And one more, it is in the model question paper, is write the range of range of cos inverse x. It is also in the model question paper, my friends. See, from this list, from the definitions, from the domain range, I mentioned till to this year, man, 3-4 times the question papers. The questions are appeared from this table, domain range. That itself tells it is very important. This is very important. Yes, my friends, this is one type of examples under 1 mark. There is one more type based on this itself definitions. That type I do tomorrow. Okay, my friends, thank you. If you have any doubts, anything, just you can mention, you can tell either by phone, otherwise with message. Okay, my friends, once again I thank you.